Hey y'all, my name is Jakiriu and today I'll be talking about my experience Ubering using HireCar.com. I don't have a car, so I used HireCar.com to rent a car. It's basically this website where people post their cars to be rented out by people that wants to do Uber or Lyft. So you put in your request and it usually takes about an hour, maybe even less than that or more than that. Me, I was lucky enough to have my request approved in like 30 minutes. So that person either accepts or decline your request. If your request is accepted, y'all begin to text each other or email each other, whatever the case may be, and discuss what time and what location do y'all want to pick up the car and go from there. So now we're about to get into my first experience Ubering.
Okay, let's cut the beats down.
I'm from the south side, nigga, we some real fucking killers. Walk outside, I bet you see a lot of fucking drug dealers. Now hold up, back up, before you get straight smacked up. I roll with hitters, shoot first, action.
So yeah, I went to go pick up the video. I went to go pick up the car in the daytime because I wanted to get it on video, whether it had scratches or anything. I wanted to get like a clear picture. Okay, so the guy that I rented the car from the first time, he said that the car was due for an oil change. However, because I was driving it just for the weekend, it wasn't that big of a deal. So I just took his word for it, and now to the rest of the story. You will see how it turns out. I began Ubering, and I decided that I was going to stop Ubering at 11. So I bought on my way back home, I realized that the engine light was on, and I was like, okay, maybe it's because the oil needs to be changed. And I spoke with my mom about it, and she was like, I don't think the engine light comes on because you need an oil change. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna get some money from him tomorrow to get an oil change on his car and go from there. So I went to go get the oil change, and after I got the oil change, the engine light was still on. So I went to AutoZone to see what was the problem, just to see whether or not I'll still be able to Uber or not for that day using his car. And come to find out, the problem was the O2 sensors, which affects the gas tremendously. So it was going to be pointless of me to keep Ubering. So I spoke with a representative of HireCar, and I turned that car back. I brought the car back to the guy and got refunded for that day. So, on to my second experience Ubering. So yeah, Alright, so my second experience Ubering, it was not that bad. It wasn't bad at all. It was a good experience. I didn't have no issues with the car. It was good. So this is when I got into the groove of Ubering, and that's when I discovered Ubering is low-key a therapy session. Like, I'm the therapist and the passenger just telling me, like, just getting everything off their chest, which is pretty cool because I like being that type of person that's able to listen and motivate you, and like after you done talking to me, you ready to go take on the good things in the world, take on all of your adventures and all of your greatness and all that good shit. So yeah, I probably shouldn't say that because yeah. Alright, so now down to the come down. I spent $103 to rent the car for those 2 days. I spent $60 on gas, and I drove between 400 and 500 miles. However, I made $230 Ubering, which means I actually made 60 something dollars due to me having to rent the car and pay for gas. So at the end of the day, was it worth it? I'm not really sure because during this time I had the car, I would ride around until someone requests for a ride. And that's why I think I should rent again and try not riding around and instead just keeping still and staying in one spot. So I guess the next video we'll find out whether or not Ubering is worth it. Thank y'all so much for sticking around and listening to my Uber nanny shenanigans. And like and subscribe, man. I got more interesting stuff to talk about. I'm doing so many things in life. This whole little adventure thing, it's like a lot of good things going on with me right now, which is it's pretty good because I had a couple things going on where I was getting like about. So yeah, man, like and subscribe and stay tuned, baby.
Marquez, cut the beat down.